channel. If this is your first time here, this is a course for Swift 100% for beginner. Anybody just learning, who wants to learn or learning Swift from very beginner. I'm doing things very slow. I'm trying to explain it the best that I can. Um, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Remember, like it. That helps the YouTube algorithm to um, show the video to other people. And if you want to share it with a friend who's learning Swift or wants to learn how to create iOS application in Swift, maybe this is the channel. Give it a try. There's a lot of other resources out there. So find an instructor who you could identify with, and let's get started. So last time we left it here, we were able to create an account in Firebase, and after that we left it there. So let's see console Firebase. Okay. Go to my console. Let's go to my Swift for Beginner project, right? We could see here in the authentication, we were able to register users. And if we go to check the Firestore database, you see we have some user here in place. Okay. And if we run the app, this is what we get. If we click here, you're able to say new bid, go to new@test.com. You can put any email you want, but this is for testing, and any password you like, and boom. So here, when it's created, you get at the bottom, you see the username, name, created timestamp, and all that good stuff. And then if we go to here, we could see we probably have a new video. So, well, yeah, video, newbie, a new user. And we come here, we see we have a new test January 8th. So what we want to do now, so let's use a completion block. It's super important for you to learn how to use completion blocks, because a lot of functions that you create that they use completion blocks, which is it does what it says, right? It's a completion or completion. You hear is the completion block or completion handler, and maybe you see something like this. Let's say if on on success, right? What do we want to do? We're escaping. You gotta add the escaping because you're using a completion block inside another completion block, and basically this is right. You see when we did that set data, like let me just come here, copy this to show you a sample, right? There's a set data, you see right there, set data with completion right here, right? And that's how a completion blocks looks like, right? So there's the data, but then here you get the error and blah blah blah. So that's basically how it looks like, and that's what we're doing here. So on success, right? If everything runs, there's no error on success, we're going to return what do we want to return? Just nothing. So what this is meaning, like on success, right? This is a function. It's going to return a void function. It's not going to return anything. But then on failure, if there's an error, right, we're going to return escaping. Remember, you gotta add escaping. Then we're going to return an error, which is gonna be optional. And sometimes you see this, which is cool, or sometimes you see like this too, like differently, or like this. So now here, right, we could probably remove this sorry, and we could just be like failure, right? On failure, you see you're gonna return an error. Or okay, let's remove this and on success just return this. We don't need to return nothing on success because you see we're not passing nothing here. It's just an empty. If we wanted to pass, let's say user, which yeah, I'm gonna show you right here later. Like you could return a user, but here we just return an error, and boom. So let's like if we try to run right now, boom, it's gonna give you this, which is saying this, right? Missing arguments, success and failure. So to fix this, you could just be like auth dot create, you see, boom. But then you see now you have success, data on success. You could do whatever you like. So let me do this. Let guard let email equal to email text field of text. So and let password equal to password field of text and username. Let username equal to name text field, which should have been, we have to rename one of those two. But so what this is saying, hey, if any of these fields are empty, just return, don't do nothing. So here we could just pass in the email, here we could pass the password, and here we could pass the username. Boom. So we could get rid of this, we don't need it. Then on error, right, we could be like error. If you don't want to have to deal with an optional like this, here you could just remove this, right? And then here it's probably gonna give you an error here because you're now, you see, saying argument type error does not conform to type. So you could just do something as we did here if you let, right? Roar, and so you could be like, that's if you don't want to have to deal with like optional and basically doing something like this. Again, let's see what. Oh, for the error. Okay, we could do something like this. So we're saying if why if we let error equal, I was saying equal to, it should be only equal to, right? Yeah, you could do that, or you could do it, the error should go away. Yeah, see, or you could do like but if you want to identify a couple error just to make sure that it's different, this one, right, from this one that you're creating. And yeah, why not saying error? I'm gonna error, blah blah blah. Oh, you're casting it. I guess it's an error, and this is a type of, what is it? Yeah. Oh yeah, I see error is type of error, and then this error is type of error. Let me just remove this. It should work like this anytime. Yeah, it was casting, but you see it works there. Just you could do command B, like command plus B on your keyboard, and it will do this. It will build. You can see it tells you right there that little whatever icon means build. And if you do command shift and K, clean build folder. So I do that a lot more, like command shift to clean build. So let's go back. You see now here there's no error, so you could just here like print, here, print error, and boom, you won't get a warning like this, like how we get an A. No, how we were getting it before. And let's do a return, meaning, hey, if this fails, just return, boom, just like basically get out of this block, don't continue running. And then here, okay, if it's success, we could just use something. Let's copy this to boom on success, da, da, da. And then let's uncomment and take this. Oh, here's string password. Oh, yeah. Oh. Damn. The only thing from using another IDE and I'm trying to do a refactoring. I mean, not refactoring, formatting. Things like Control O. No, is it Command Shift? Nope. Is it? I'm doing a bunch of crazy stuff. Oh no, I think it's I. Yeah, it's Control I to format. You see everything's like, right? You pick the code that you want. You Control I, and then it goes like this. You format it, or you do like you do Command A. It picks everything, and you like I, boom, Command I, and it formats everything. So because look, this is a good example because this is inside a completion block, right? A completion handler. So this hey, implicit use of self enclosure, blah blah blah. So you'd be like the self, and that will fix that. So if you want, you could just do this, like take this and you could just put it here after the guard if you want to do it that way, and boom. Oh yeah, I forgot the else. Maybe you got that. So we shouldn't have no errors now. So if we do Command Shift clean build, and let's see if it will run and what happens. So basically what this is saying, on create account, right? On create account, we're gonna use this present the main tab bar, which will send us to the feed. So we build in and let's see what happens. So yeah, you probably see a lot of code like this. A lot of it. Use a lot of completion handler, which is a way of returning a value. Certain functions, especially servers functions, you know, which is just like, hey, until this whole thing is not completely like run, don't do anything, don't return anything. And we could do here too, like Control I, boom, that's formatted. But yeah, in here, okay, while it runs, let me see, hopefully it doesn't create an error. Success, return, okay, now I need it, hold on, yeah. First in data, I'm gonna have to get that username that created that, all that good stuff, and then I'm gonna show you how to return a value as well. At least here you know already how to return an error, but on success you could return a user, a post, and all that good stuff. But you see a lot, get familiar to looking at code like this, because in the real world you see a lot of like completion blocks and things like this. And like I said, get familiar when you hear the term business logic, which is like, this is business logic. Like if you're creating any algorithm, yeah, and you never want to be mixing your business logic with your UI stuff. That's why it's good to create 1 or 2 layers of management data, so that way you have a better structure than having everything in this, because this might look small now, but then as you keep adding more and more stuff, think about it, you add all the server stuff and all that, and you might think, hey, this could be business logic, yeah, but this is needed in order to call this, because you're not doing all of this inside of here. You're just calling this function to get a return value, and that's it. So get familiar. Also, it's always good to print your results. Let's see, okay, finally runs. I'll be like, new 2 says, God, you could put name 1. I just feel like writing new today. They're on my throat, and I've been drinking so much water. Okay, let's see what happened. Also says, boom, you see, it present this, and then that. But let's see what happened. Now you might be wondering, okay, I mean, we don't even have to run it. We can just go here. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that we changed the name. Here for tutorial, that told you display name. This water here, you could be like tutorial, or let's call it like YouTube in case you miss it, tutorial. So if we run it again, you see the name will change. And always remember, this is your bundle identifier. This is all the versioning of the apps. That's when you're already in the app store and all that good stuff. You see, now you're wondering how come, like if you already log in or created an account, how come it brings me here? So let's do this. What? This didn't update? Weird. Shouldn't have. Maybe there's a bug or the app needs to be deleted. Okay, now, yeah, I saw that it did change. Boom, yeah, I saw that later. You see, Bluetooth tutorial, you can name your app whatever you want. So let's now get away from what we're doing. And if we go this in delegate, let's go over like import Firebase auth, right? And here, let's do this. Let's try to do this. If I'm getting a phone call. If in Swift you could do it like that, but let me try keep doing it like this, because in a lot of programming language you need that parentheses. So, and as I've been doing a lot of work in Java, yeah, you use this. So if of the user, current user, right, the UID equal to null or nil. You see, I was gonna write null again. Let's put a return, and let's send this. Let's do this. Otherwise, do this. So basically, when the app's running, this is going to check if the user ID is equal to nil. If it's empty, right? If there's no user ID, send me to the login screen. Otherwise, send me to the main tab bar. Let's see what happens. What do you think is where it's gonna send you? Boom, here, because we already logged in. So now we gotta find a way to log out, because now every time we open the app, it's gonna send you here because we already have a logged in user. So, and if you put a breakpoint here or here, let me put it there. So yeah, let's put a breakpoint and let's check. Boom, right? So let's copy this, right? Because we don't know what we're gonna get. With the section, the good stuff, you right click here, right click, add expression. Yeah, learn this too, and boom. It says some blah blah. Okay, let me see. If you right click on it, you print it. Boom, this is the user ID. And then if we come and check here, it should be the new two. Okay, let's go a little bit like this. You see, this, because new2 was the last user that we registered. You could see this the same user ID, and if I copy and paste it there, you see, boom, it's the same one. So what I did, remember, I had a breakpoint here because it wasn't gonna hit this one. I should have, let me just let it run. So you see that it check if it's no, and then it goes here, see? So remember here now, because you create an expression, it's gonna show every time this breakpoint call. And if you wanna delete it, you could just be like delete expression, or you could like add it, right? What I did, I copy this and I paste it here. Oh no, okay, I'm gonna have to do it again. Or you could just type it, but why not copy and boom. And it shows there, you see now it shows the whole ID. And you could also just type the delete button on your keyboard, and it does. So get familiar with this. This is good when you're trying to look for, when you're debugging and you're like, okay, I want to check this. And if you open self, you see that you get the window, you know, like this window, and you get all the properties inside of here, and you're able to see blah blah blah. Like if I create another property here, it will show here on the self, because self means this view. But watch, if I go and running, boom, it jumps, it doesn't go through this one, right? So if I see, you just drag it out and remove it, and then boom, because this one, and you go bam here. Now let me leave this breakpoint, and let's go to the see, right click here. I wanna this shortcut, yeah, let's go here, and then here let's go to the fee. Where's the fee controller? Yeah, right click. Oh yeah, okay, let's do something. All this is gonna be clean up, but okay, let's do something right here. Like nav item, the right button equal right bar button, UI bar button. You open it, then we could get a different style, but I want one with a title, and let's call it like string, right? Logout, image, new. Oh no, I don't want this one. I don't want this button item. I'm looking for a different one. This one, the target, yep. Logout, style, dot, plain, self, and selector. Let's call oh my god, no, it's this, Swift is this. Yep. Maybe we could move logout to a different place later, but I just want to, remember add objective C func, right? And then we could be like auth, right? The logout. Isn't it? Or sign out. And this is gonna give me an error because it's supposed to be inside of call and a throw, right? You probably gonna see this a lot too. So what we do here, let me see, do we have Firebase? Oh yeah. So it's gonna be like, it could be like this needs to be inside a try cache, like boom, right? It's gonna try and also catch, then be like let error. And then we're like print. I hate this new print that they added. Error. Let's see, it should work. You're also gonna see this too, because say, hey, this is inside a throw exception. What is missing? Try. What? Oh yeah, here, try cache. Yeah, you got this. This is the only thing when you work in, and like right now I'm programming like 3 different languages. It's like Objective-C, Swift, and Java. So now let's run this. See what happens now. Boom. See, we come here, boom, right? It's gonna hit this breakpoint because we're still logged in. But then if we click log out, okay, before I do anything, let me just put this and this. So when I tap here, boom, right? It's gonna log. Oh yeah, I forgot something. But if I run the app again, it's not going. It's already logged out. So try to catch this. You could be like, if this success, you could just be like oh, you gotta present the what's the name of this thing? Login controller. Yeah. Oh yeah. I keep forgetting it. Maybe this. This. I say it could be dismissed. True. You see another time completion handler. You see, because this one is like remember. Sorry. You see what I was telling you about void and optional, because it's optional. You could even do this, right? If you want to do something on the dismissal, or you could just be like nil. Let's leave it as nil. But now you see, even if I run the app again, you're gonna see what's gonna happen because we already logged out. Boom! It's gonna hit this breakpoint because we're going to here. So now, we haven't created the thing to log in. Okay, so let's create that login, and let's create another function, static fun sign in. Let's sign in with email, which is string, and password string. Let's do the same thing on success. Okay, escaping as well. What am I doing? error failure. This is where you escaping error. See what it has now. Let's have it now. I see different there from here, so you could see. And then boom. So like auth, so then sign in, sign in with email and password. You see it has a completion, email, password, and boom. Google results, and error, right? Oh, read error. So if it, error not equal to nil, because it's an optional, right? Failure, error, and return. Else, we want to return success. So now, if we go into the controller login, let's go ahead and login. Jump to definition here, blah blah blah. Let's create a function. Fun. I think call it private fun. Sign in. Do you gotta sign in? Yeah. So in here, see the same thing. So we want to go sign in, and then we go like auth manager dot sign in with email, and then we could just do the same thing. Or let's do let email equal to email text field text, and let password equal to password text, else return. So here you see on success, boom. What I want to do, same thing. Let's copy this, remove it, put it here after this, and if it's success, bring me here, error. And there you see the difference here. What if it let error? Oh my god, I need a. Can you do this? I'm not even sure if you could do that. Nah. Yeah, because you can't declare anything. I never tried that part. Remember here the self. Here you could use a print error, which here we could later on let me format stuff. I hate extra spacing or thing. Yeah, where are we? Yeah, so let's see what happens now. Okay, let's go. Okay, I think it's new to at test.com, right? And then use that password. Let's see what happened. Boom, there you go. You're able now to sign in and sign out. Now, what we could do is, whenever we sign in, we could get this profile user and So for that, let me go to the where my models are user. Okay, we could be like in it, right? Let's call it dictionary. Boom. Well, a string of any, which this is saying, hey, we could initialize this user with a string of any. Could take any parameter, a string here and any parameter here. So could be like self.avatar equal to dictionary. Boom, boom. Let me copy this. Oh, so basically we say, hey, if this dictionary, initialize this with the dictionary. If is it 2 or 1? I don't remember, man. There's a thing about, let me see. It's on yeah, it's, oh, I think, oh, as string, I think I gotta put it, oh. Yeah, gonna make it optional, and then boom, now it should work. Okay, yeah, I said we still need to initialize the other one, so we could just copy this, right? Bam, bam, and then we could just copy this name and name. Okay, let me go into the database. I want to check something. Firestore. What are we giving? Oh, a username. Okay, so let's rename this to, okay, once we're done with this, story, and then it's supposed to be a story, and then this is not a string, it's an array. So as an array of this out. So what this is saying, hey, if this story, right, whenever you initialize this, give me an array of stories, so a list of story, right? And if it's nothing there, then just give me an empty array. This means an empty array, this means an empty string. If it was for like an int, or double, you put double here, and then you put a number. So okay, let's rename this to username. Yeah, everywhere. Username. Boom. But I didn't rename it here, so we gotta do it here, and then now, right? We got other stuff, which is bye bye. Anywhere we have a user, bye bye. Let me see. Let me build again and see where I get more errors. Yeah, let's just play. Comment out this because it's gonna start giving me more errors and more errors. Let me see now. And it's giving me all these errors. You know why? Because we now initialize, and so we're not using the. Okay, if you get this, just to update this, will update all the stuff. Because when we do a pod update, a lot of the time, or pod install, when we start a Firebase, a lot of things, the project changes. Boom, so that's one away. But still, like if you run it, still run fine. And okay, I don't wanna go here. Yeah. Okay, we here we all set, so we don't need this. And log in, not search, not trying to search nothing. Sign up, we don't need to sign up. This, we don't need this. Feed the auth manager. So now here, right? Gar let dictionary equal, what is it? Or snapshot.data as, let's see. Oh my god, this the string of any else return, and boom. So now what I want to do, okay, fetch user by user ID. So okay, let's do this. Let's do it right here. If this was like auth manager the fetch user by user ID, and you might be thinking, what is the user ID? If we would do this, import Firebase auth, you could just be like, you already know this auth, the current user, right? The UID. But because it's an optional, you could just be like, boom, your UID. You could be like your user, right? And then you could be here like, okay, let's let user ID equal to this. There's another way to, right? There's another way of working with optional. You could do this, boom. A lot of time when you want to return something, you do it like this. If the user ID is not equal to no, boom. Sorry, oh my god, I don't know what's going on. But okay, and then now let's print dictionary and see what we get. Okay. It did ran. So we're supposed to get any information for that newbie test 2. For this one, this is what we should get, and this. Let's see what happens. Oh. Oh, I think this is not going to return anything. Special implicity, queuing force from string any 20. Yeah. Now, and yeah, we're gonna mess around a little bit with this. Like I've been telling you guys, I haven't used Firebase in a while, and it has changed some things. So another thing is the Firestore is new. Firebase database is what I was way more familiar with, but Firestore is more powerful. So let's see what happens. Call condition cast from this to this always to C. So this is string of any. You see, we don't get nothing because we already. But you see, boom. Now, okay, we get a dictionary. Great. So I don't think we don't even need to do this. We could be like this, and I think we'll be fine. So we could just be like here. Watch what we're doing. You ready? On success, return a user, right? Which this user is the user that we have here. If you want to return a post, you put a post, a story, but this user, boom, right? On failure, because you gotta return in case it fails. And I know escaping, you might be probably thinking about that. I forgot the other one. See how it said, hey, blah, 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 this, I went ahead of myself. And boom, so in failure, I could just be like failure. You could leave the print if you want, but I don't want to have it duplicated because I could just use it in the other place, so I could be like failure. And on success, let's be like let user, right, equal to user. And then when you open this, bang, you get a dictionary. You can just probably put this and success, and then give it a user. You could have just like copy this and put it here, but I think it's much better like that. And let's see what we get. And if we run, let me format. And if we run this, we should get an error right here because this is not returning. You see, boom, it's missing. So we could just be like by ID, boom. Then you be like user ID. Well, on success, right? Let's see what happens. Success, you could be like here using, you could name this user, and then you be like print user the username, and here error to print the error. Let's see what we get now. Ooh, I already have an idea. Yippee. Yeah. What's going on? Oh, yeah, I forgot to cast as string of any. Okay, got that. Mouse return. I don't need to cast it to anything, and it should work. It was screaming because this is optional, and I totally forgot. But okay, and then if we come here, boom, we get username newbie. You see here. So you mean like, what can I do with this? You could do magic, boy, because you could be now self, right? The user equal to user. So what you're saying is, hey, this user right here that we have from before, which is the user for this, make it equal to this user. Let's see what happens. Should show here. Okay, how does the profile looks like? Oh, username, right? Ah, yeah, this is not showing anything because it's way here, but you could do this. Oh, okay, we inside this fetch user. So before anything, let's do this. Put it here on top. Okay, we are inside a function fetch user, so this is great. So oh, we don't have so we haven't add the thing. What's it called? The whatever it is that blah blah blah. Oh, we haven't add the profile image and other stuff. Let's try this and see. You're gonna see. Okay, self. You need a self for this. Oh my god, self. Oh yeah, I'm gonna remove this because this is not optional. See that name new too, and if we go into, if we log out, but yeah, oh, I forgot this. Yeah, we got that breakpoint. Oh yeah, mess it up. It's not dismiss, it's percent login controller. Self the press. It's like let controller equal UI navigation controller, the root controller, login controller, boom boom, and then we'll be like self the percent nav controller true nil, boom. Yeah, so now let's use another email. I always use the same password for everything, so let's pick one. Let me see, I don't know if data IOL has any username, because remember at first we didn't have any, but let's try. Boom, and then let's see. Oh yeah, darts. And if you come here, we'll look for darts. Where is it? Darts, right? Is the username fx blah 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 right here, right? F703. We use dart 703. There you go. All right, I'm gonna leave it here. If you want, or not, yeah, still haven't need to learn how to add an image. But okay, let me do something real quick. I was gonna finish it up, but I'm like, where's darts? Darts here. Let me add a property. What is it called? Avatar image. I don't know what's the name of this thing. Let me go to the model. Let me do this. Let's try to do this. Oh, I think it's gonna take me longer than I wanted. And then let's just Google. We get any avatar image, blah 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 blah, like this one, and I was like, okay, let me just copy. So come here, let me see. No wait, I don't want that. Copy image address, which I think is this one. Yeah. No, where am I? Right here, and then like. Let me see if I could, okay, boom, 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 the avatar image, where's the profile? The user, name, like, oh, it's inside of the header. Let's see, what are we getting? Let me see. From named. Yeah, okay. And then we could be like user dot image Oh no, I could just be like image. Let's see what happens. Gotta check if this will work. Probably gonna take a while because it needs to get it from the internet. But let's see. This already loaded. Probably this gonna take a while. I don't know. By the way, let me just put this. Let me put a breakpoint here and see what happens too. Okay, and self, right? If I come here, I go to user. Oh, the user's nil. That's why. I gotta check why it's not. Yeah. All this information is nil. That's why it's going on. That's why it's not showing here, showing there, which is a bug. Gotta see. Okay, but I'm not gonna do it now because I have a family thing to attend to. But I think you have a lot of information to go around. If you wanna try to debug it, give it a try. You could also put this say dispatch q the main dot sync. I think I showed you this before, but you should learn this. It's the dispatch group background. It's using thread, right? It's using the main thread. If this is super powerful, you need it. You need to know this. We have background thread, multi-threading. You need to learn all this stuff before you get a job, because it's something great to have. You see, even this went on faster because this, you just like, hey, run this, update all this stuff in the main thread and blah blah blah, which is, I shouldn't do it like that. I should have done it like this. That's how it should go. Dispatch q the main the sync. Yeah, you could probably put all this on a background thread, which is mean, hey, run this in the background, and then when everything's finished, bring it back into the main thread. And you do things around background thread, group threading, and all that stuff, and Swift and any programming language, which will be great. I'm going to remove this because it's super powerful. So try to figure out the bug. Remember to subscribe, like, and hope I'm adding value to you, and see you next time.